If you are over 60 and you have started noticing tingling in your fingers, weakness in your grip, burning sensations in your hands, or moments where your coffee cup suddenly feels heavier than it used to, I need you to stop what you are doing and stay with me for the next few minutes. Because what most people believe about nerve damage is not entirely true. You have probably been told that once nerves begin weakening with age, the process is permanent. That numbness is just part of getting older. That shaky hands and stiff fingers are something you simply learn to live with. But emerging research on neuroplasticity and circulation tells a very different story. I'm Dr. William Lee, and for decades I've studied how the body repairs itself at the cellular level. Recently, researchers studying aging nerves discovered something extraordinary. Specific repetitive hand movements may help reactivate dormant nerve pathways, improve blood flow to tiny vessels in the hands, and strengthen communication between the brain and muscles. In other words, the body may retain far more healing potential after 60 than most people realize. And there is one movement in particular, one simple exercise that takes less than 60 seconds, that has been producing remarkable improvements in flexibility, sensation, and coordination for many older adults. But there is also a mistake that millions of seniors make every single day that quietly accelerates nerve decline without them ever realizing it. I'll explain that shortly because avoiding that mistake matters just as much as the movement itself. Before we continue, tell me your age in the comments below. And have you noticed tingling, numbness, or weakness in your hands during the past few years? Here's what most people never realize about nerve damage after 60. It rarely begins with sudden pain. It begins quietly. A little stiffness opening a jar. A strange tingling while holding the phone. Fingers that feel slower in the morning than they used to. And because these changes happen gradually, most people dismiss them as normal aging until the weakness becomes impossible to ignore. Inside your body, several things are happening at once. The tiny blood vessels feeding your nerves begin shrinking year after year, reducing the oxygen and nutrients your hands receive. Circulation slows, inflammation increases, the protective coating surrounding nerves called myelin gradually weakens. Imagine electrical wires inside your walls slowly fraying over time. The signal still travels, but not cleanly, not efficiently. That is exactly what aging nerves often resemble. Weakening communication cables struggling to deliver messages between your brain and your fingers. This is why the hands are often affected first. The nerves traveling into your fingers are long, delicate, and heavily dependent on healthy circulation. Even small reductions in blood flow can create numbness, burning sensations, trembling, or declining grip strength. And here is the frightening part. Poor circulation can silently damage nerves for years before major symptoms appear. Stiffness is not always just stiffness. Tingling is not always harmless. Often these are early warning signals from a nervous system asking for help. But I want you to hear something hopeful, because this is where the conversation changes completely. Your nervous system is not dead tissue. Your brain and nerves still possess something remarkable called neuroplasticity, even after 60, 70, and in many cases beyond 80 years old. Neuroplasticity means the brain can still adapt, reroute signals, strengthen dormant pathways, and improve communication with the body when properly stimulated. In other words, the body is still trying to repair itself. Sometimes it simply needs the right signal to begin. The first movement I want to show you is deceptively simple, but I have seen it produce remarkable changes in older adults struggling with stiffness, numbness, and weak hand coordination. I call it the circulation wake-up shake. And before you dismiss it as too basic to matter, understand this. Some of the most effective physical therapy techniques for aging nerves are not aggressive exercises at all. They are gentle, repetitive movements designed to restore circulation and reactivate communication between nerves and muscles. Here is how you do it. Hold your hands comfortably in front of you and begin gently shaking them for about 20 seconds. Not violently, just enough to loosen the wrists and fingers. Then slowly spread your fingers apart as wide as you comfortably can and relax them again. Repeat this while softly rotating your wrists in circles. As you move, breathe slowly through your nose. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. That breathing rhythm matters because oxygen delivery and circulation are deeply connected. What this movement does is surprisingly powerful. The shaking motion helps stimulate tiny blood vessels that often become sluggish with age. The wrist rotations reduce stiffness around compressed nerves. The finger spreading activates dormant muscle fibers many seniors unintentionally stop using over time. Think of it like turning the lights back on in rooms that have been sitting dark for years. Researchers studying circulation and aging have found that repetitive low impact movement can significantly improve blood flow to extremities, especially in adults over 65 whose vascular flexibility has declined. Better blood flow means better oxygen delivery, and nerves depend on oxygen constantly to function correctly. I think about Margaret, 72 years old, from Arizona, who told me her fingers felt numb every morning for nearly 2 years. After several weeks of practicing this movement twice daily, she noticed something small but emotional. She could button her sweater without frustration again. Her hands felt looser, warmer, more responsive. And what I'm about to show you next is where things become extraordinary, because the second movement targets something most people never realize is weakening until it's already affecting their independence. Now, I want to show you a movement that is even more important than circulation alone, because this one directly challenges the communication pathway between your brain and your hands. It's called the finger press technique, and the reason it matters so much after 60 is because grip strength is no longer viewed by researchers as simply a muscle issue. It is increasingly considered a neurological health marker tied to aging, cognitive function, and independence itself. Here is how the movement works. Place your fingertips together gently, almost like you are holding an invisible ball between your hands. Then slowly press the fingertips against each other with light resistance for 3 seconds before releasing. Repeat this process steadily, opening and closing the fingers while maintaining slow, controlled breathing. You should feel activation not only in the fingers, but through the wrists and forearms as well. What makes this movement powerful is the sensory stimulation it creates. Your fingertips contain an extraordinary concentration of nerve endings. Every time pressure is applied, signals travel from your fingers into the brain and back again. Think of it as a conversation. Your nervous system has been slowly forgetting how to hold. This movement forces that conversation to become active again. Researchers studying aging adults at institutions focused on hand dexterity and neural activation discovered that declining grip strength strongly predicts future mobility problems, reduced coordination, and even accelerated cognitive decline. In many cases, weak hands are not just weak hands. They are an early reflection of slowing neural communication throughout the body. I remember Robert, 68 years old, from Tennessee, who told me he first became frightened when he started dropping ordinary objects: a coffee mug, his car keys, a dinner plate one evening that shattered across his kitchen floor. He admitted something quietly during our conversation that stayed with me. He said it wasn't the weakness that scared him most. It was the fear that he was losing control of his own body. After practicing this movement consistently for several weeks, morning and evening, he noticed subtle but meaningful changes. His grip steadied. Buttoning his shirt became easier. Even his handwriting improved slightly. The key is consistency. Perform the presses for about 45 seconds total. Do not squeeze aggressively. That is the biggest mistake people make. Gentle, controlled resistance activates nerves far more effectively than force. But the final movement activates something most people never stimulate after 60, and what it can do for coordination and nerve responsiveness may genuinely surprise you. Now we come to the movement I wanted to save for last, because this is the one many older adults describe as the moment they finally felt their hands becoming alive again. In rehabilitation science and occupational therapy, repetitive sensory movement is often used to restore communication between weakened nerves and the brain. But most people never practice these movements consistently at home, which is why stiffness and numbness slowly continue progressing year after year. This technique is called the nerve reactivation method, and while it looks simple on the surface, what it does inside the body is surprisingly sophisticated. It combines circulation activation, sensory stimulation, coordinated motion, and neural feedback into one continuous exercise. Think of it as sending a wake-up signal through pathways that have gradually become quieter with age. Here is exactly how to do it. Sit upright in a comfortable chair with your shoulders relaxed and both feet flat on the floor. Extend your hands in front of you at chest level. Slowly open your fingers as wide as possible while rotating your wrists outward. Then gently close your hands into a soft fist while rotating the wrists inward again. Continue moving back and forth in a smooth rhythm without rushing. As you open the hands, inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. As you close them, exhale slowly for 4 seconds. Repeat this continuous pattern for exactly 60 seconds. What makes this movement powerful is the repetition itself. Repetitive motion creates what neurologists call sensory feedback loops. Every rotation, stretch, and contraction sends information from the hands to the brain and back again. Over time, those repeated signals may help strengthen dormant neural pathways that have weakened through inactivity and aging. At the same time, the opening and closing motion encourages blood vessel expansion, improving circulation to delicate tissues that nerves depend on constantly. One of the most important lessons researchers have discovered about neuroplasticity is that consistency matters more than intensity. Your nervous system does not respond best to force. It responds best to repeated signals delivered calmly and regularly. That is why this movement should never feel painful or aggressive. Gentle repetition is what teaches the brain that these pathways are still needed. I recommend practicing this exercise twice daily. Once in the morning when stiffness is usually strongest, and once again in the evening to improve circulation before sleep. And if you are wondering whether something this simple can truly matter, remember this. Losing hand coordination is not just inconvenient. For many older adults, it becomes the beginning of dependence. Difficulty buttoning clothes, holding utensils, carrying groceries, writing clearly, opening medication bottles. This is not about becoming young again. It is about staying independent. It is about protecting the simple everyday abilities that allow you to continue living life on your own terms. And in many cases, the body responds far more positively than people expect, once it finally receives the right signal consistently. Here is the part many people do not want to hear because nerve damage is not always caused by age alone. In many cases, it is quietly accelerated by daily habits that seem harmless at first. Habits repeated year after year until the nervous system begins weakening faster than it should. And the most dangerous part is that this decline often happens silently. One of the biggest problems is prolonged sitting. When the body stays inactive for hours at a time, circulation slows dramatically, especially to the hands and feet where nerves are already vulnerable. Blood vessels stiffen, muscles become underused, oxygen delivery decreases. Your body is asking for movement constantly, but modern routines often train people to ignore those signals. Poor blood sugar control creates another hidden danger. Excess sugar in the bloodstream can damage delicate nerve fibers over time, almost like corrosion wearing down electrical wiring from the inside. Many adults notice tingling or numbness years before realizing blood sugar may be contributing to the problem. Dehydration makes this even worse because nerves rely heavily on proper fluid balance to send signals efficiently. Then there is something surprisingly simple that many older adults overlook completely: weak grip inactivity. When hands stop performing small, challenging movements regularly, unused nerves weaken faster. The nervous system follows a basic principle. Pathways that are used consistently tend to stay stronger. Pathways ignored for long periods begin fading quietly in the background. Even sleeping positions can contribute. Constant pressure on wrists or elbows overnight may compress nerves repeatedly for hours without you realizing it. That is why some people wake up with numb fingers every morning and assume it is simply aging. The encouraging news is that small changes can begin shifting this process surprisingly quickly. Drinking more water improves circulation. Gentle stretching restores mobility. Walking increases oxygen delivery throughout the body. Adequate protein supports muscle and nerve maintenance. Better sleep positions reduce unnecessary compression. Most nerve decline is accelerated by inactivity, not destiny. And once you understand that, something powerful happens. You stop seeing your body as broken. You begin seeing it as responsive again. If there is one thing I hope you take away from today, it is this: nerve decline is not always a sign that your body is failing beyond repair. In many cases, it is your body responding to years of reduced circulation, reduced movement, and weakened signaling between the brain and muscles. And the moment those signals begin returning consistently, the body often responds in ways that surprise people. That is why small habits matter more than dramatic efforts. A few minutes of intentional movement each day may seem insignificant at first, but your nervous system notices repetition. Your circulation notices repetition. Your muscles notice repetition. The body adapts to the signals it receives most often. And after 60, protecting independence becomes one of the most important forms of health. Being able to hold a cup steadily, button your clothes, carry groceries, write clearly, open a jar without frustration. These moments may appear small to younger people, but they represent dignity, confidence, and freedom. So become proactive about your health. Become physically aware of what your body is trying to tell you. Stay disciplined with simple daily habits instead of waiting for symptoms to grow louder. Because hopeful people take action early, and the people who remain mobile longest are often the ones who stay consistent with the basics. Your hands are still trying to work for you. Your body has not given up, and it is never too late to start sending the right signals again. If this video helped you, subscribe to the channel and share it with someone over 60 who may need to hear this message today. And before you leave, tell me your age in the comments below, along with the symptom you notice most often: numbness, tingling, weakness, stiffness, or shaking.